Hello and Happy New Year. Welcome to the January 2017 edition of AJP-Heart and Circulatory Physiology video table of contents, or from the editor's desk. This month we've published 3 great reviews, 13 original research articles, including 1 rapid report. These papers are outstanding and diverse. So let's take a peek. In an outstanding review by Toth et al., a comprehensive discussion is provided concerning the mechanisms and role of cerebral blood flow autoregulation at the microvascular level in the aging process. The authors discuss myogenic mechanisms, endothelial-dependent vasomotor function, and neurovascular coupling responses responsible for functional hyperemia. Clearly a topical and timely review for all those interested in the aging process. Doesn't necessarily think of bile acids as vasoactive substances, but in this review by Fiorucci and colleagues, a discussion of bile acid activated receptors such as GPBAR1 and farnesoid X receptor FXR is documented to have vasoactive effects in the splanchnic circulation. Importantly, the authors discuss the role of nitric oxide and hydrogen sulfide as being activated by these receptors. These pathways have potential for identifying new targets for therapy in a variety of GI and vascular disorders. The third review by Pinty, Hathaway, and Hollander, the role of microRNA in metabolic and mitochondrial remodeling in heart failure is discussed. The role of several microRNAs in cardiomyocyte mitochondria that influence the expression of mitochondrial transcription is reviewed. Understanding these pathways is crucial to a comprehensive understanding of myocardial metabolism in heart failure. Ferraduni et al. Investigate the effects of acute progesterone on cardiac contraction and modification of myofilament calcium sensitivity in the female mouse heart. Progesterone inhibited peak contraction and slow relaxation, but had no effects on amplitudes or time courses of underlying calcium transients. In the voltage clamp mode, progesterone attenuated contraction and slowed relaxation, but did not affect calcium currents or release. These data and more indicate that progesterone reduces myofilament calcium sensitivity in female hearts. This finding is relevant to cardiovascular disease in late pregnancy when progesterone levels are high. This paper has also been discussed by the author in one of our recent podcasts, so check it out. Regulation of coronary blood flow during exercise is complex, and few studies have examined these mechanisms in the unanesthetized state, especially in cardiovascular disease. Here, Spranger et al. Evaluate coronary flow mechanisms in hypertensive, conscious instrumented dogs while exercising on a treadmill and subjected to hind limb ischemia, the so-called exercise pressor reflex. This study found exaggerated coronary vasoconstriction in hypertensive animals that could be restored by alpha-1 blockade. The study has also been recently discussed in an interesting podcast by the corresponding author, Dr. Donald O'Leary, and experts. Listen to it now. El-Hajj et al. Assessed the role of the estrogen receptor on cardioprotection in female rats subjected to an AV fistula model of volume overload. The estrogen receptor antagonist ICI 182780 was used to evaluate the effect of the estrogen receptor on cardiac function and remodeling parameters. Estrogen receptor blockade exacerbated impaired cardiac function and remodeling, including a greater increase in wall stress. These data indicate that estrogen receptor signaling is essential for sex hormone-dependent cardioprotection and adverse remodeling. Thank you for watching this month's video table of contents. I want to remind our viewers of 2 new calls for papers that were initiated this month. The first is a call for papers on the mechanisms of exercise-induced amelioration of cardiovascular disease. I will be the co-editor along with Dr. Tim Mush from Kansas State University. The second call is Mining Natural Products for Cardiovascular Benefits, edited by 3 of our outstanding associate editors, Drs. DeRose, Kanegi, and Diz. Both calls run until July 1st. You can find all the details concerning these calls on our website, ajp-heart.physiology.org. We'll see you next month, and don't forget to send us your best work now. Beautiful setting.